Our monitors take us to West Palm Beach, Florida, where President-elect Donald Trump attends a memorial service for 3 local law enforcement officials that were killed in a car crash just last month. Those officers suffered fatal injuries when a Jeep SUV struck them on the side of the road. So let's bring in CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes from West Palm Beach for more on this. Nancy, what more do we know about this procession and then Trump's movements today?
Well, we weren't sure that Trump would attend. There were some hints that he might. These 3 men lost their lives during a traffic stop, had nothing to do with the president-elect, but it did take place in this community, was shattering for this community. And so President-elect Trump did end up deciding to attend today, leaving Mar-a-Lago to attend alongside Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida. The two don't always see eye to eye, but they were sitting there side by side today to pay their respects.
And Nancy, I want to turn back now to the fallout from those Pete Hegseth allegations. Do we have any insight into how the allegations against Pete Hegseth might be impacting the transition process as we get closer to January 20th?
Well, it just requires the Trump team, Liz, to have to exert more political capital to try to keep this nomination on track and prevent any wayward Republican senators from losing faith on him and coming out against him. And so that's a challenge because they have a number of nominees that they're trying to show support for all at once. And now they're getting questions about Pete Hegseth, about his ability to manage a small organization, let alone an enormous bureaucracy like the U.S. military. They're being asked about his personal behavior. They're being asked about his history of drinking. So these are the types of questions they'd rather not have to answer. We aren't seeing yet whispers among Senate Republicans that his nomination is doomed, the way that we were hearing about Matt Gaetz, for example, when Trump put him up for Attorney General. But you do get the sense that this story isn't over yet because there do seem to be new details about his history that continue to emerge that create a challenging environment for Senate Republicans, many of whom view the position of Secretary of Defense as one of the most important within the U.S. government.
I want to switch gears for a second here, Nancy. We have some updates from the president-elect himself. This one about trade. In a post to Truth Social, Trump says he will block a Japanese firm's takeover of U.S. steel. Is this a glimpse of how the Trump administration will handle global trade and international relations?
Sure. He often makes declarations via social media. This is no exception. It's also no surprise because Trump has said before that he opposes this particular deal, the purchase of U.S. steel by Nippon Steel, a $2.5 billion deal. And he's not the only one who opposes it. The current president, Joe Biden, opposes it as well. He says that it is a national security risk to have an outside entity own a U.S. company as fundamental as U.S. Steel, even when it's a company that is based in a country that is a U.S. ally like Japan. President Biden, however, hasn't blocked the deal entirely. So the question now becomes, is Donald Trump planning to go ahead and try to bring the hammer down on this deal when he actually becomes president? Or is he hoping that simply by putting his opposition out there that that'll be enough to scuttle the deal once and for all if this Japan-based company sees the writing on the wall that it's likely to get blocked at the end of the day?
All right, Nancy Cordes, thanks so much for that reporting.